Hello everyone, this is Greyshot 117 here, bringing you another Company Heroes 2 commentary. This time, it's brought to you by none other than, not myself, but 151. Yes, my brother submitted a replay. If you would like to submit a replay, because I'm desperately low right now, please submit it to my Facebook, or send. You can put it send to me via my email on my YouTube channel. You can find that in the About section. Just make sure it's something interesting, good. It could be a 1v1 to up to a 4v4. I don't care. Just whatever you want. But in any case, this is a 3v3 on Ungermude, which is, as you can see, a huge factory type complex. This is probably one of the most interesting maps because of the long corridors. It's very just like these long pathways all the way down. There's a few ways to turn inside, but it very much deals with very long pathways and roads going straight across. But it's like industrial complex, I think, north of Berlin. Anyway, it's my brother and two randoms, Pig and Tattoo Salmon. There we go. It takes me a few times. Then we have, let's see, Room from Bro. Whatever. Her, Von Garu, and God damn it, Shizzy Pax. Can we please have pronounceable names? I'm sorry, I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for a name. Pig. Yes, it's not exactly the most clever name, but hey, I'll take it. Anyway, it seems that my brother went American, while the other two randoms are pretty much Soviets, and they have yet to pick anything. My brother picked Airborne, has a nice P-47 rocket strafe, and some nice paratroopers. If you can equip them with some LMGs or some Thompsons, they are very, very, very effective infantry. Looks like he put a Pioneer squad in there to rush, so that way the pretty much Americans or the Soviets can't put guys in there. Americans in a building, basic rifleman and or a machine gun could be very costly, but this is at least holding back the Allies enough to where I guess the other Axis players, I'm going to call him 9C and Room. How about that? 9C, Room, and we'll say Pack. 9C is moving up troops. Room is actually, well, we'll call it her. Vaughn. There we go, Vaughn. Vaughn is moving up troops to help out, while Room is putting his troops in that building. We also have more allies coming from the side from Tack. Tack's moving around here. Pig is focusing on the left, and he seems to have tried to push up, maybe through a Molotov cocktail, but otherwise he, I think, missed, and now is kind of being chased by those Storm Pioneers. These things are like evil, absolutely evil, at close range, because they will destroy your infantry. As you can see here, they're boxed in a corner. It's a slaughtering mess. That was literally an execution. That's what that was, ladies and gentlemen. That was an execution. We see here, Tack is doing the anti-overcommando though, and going the scout car with penal troops and a flamethrower. The perfect combo to kill pretty much any overcommando player. Because although this guy's making a lot of volks, he does not have a lot of munitions. And as long as he doesn't have an tank weapon, he can at least hold back the overcommando. Now this guy has a bunch of Osttruppen, and this has the... Okay, yeah, so Osttruppen were originally like 120, but now they're 200. They're really good basic infantry. They have decent rifles. They're easier to kill than the normal, I guess, grenadiers. But the thing is, they still have the Panzerfaust ability. They don't have the rifle grenade, but they do have a Panzerfaust. So if you get enough of those together, I've seen like 6 of these squads all together in a nice blob, you can essentially kill any sort of tank if you just swarm. Now, as it looks like my brother's trying to get in heavy cover, try to push back these Osttruppen. But as you can see here, it's still holding it back. Again, as you can see, they're using more of their just numbers to hold back the riflemen. But they did kind of do a stupid move right now, because right now this house has one shot through it. Okay, one. They're all together. Boom, and they died. Like this kind of house, you don't want to put infantry in, because again, it's just one by one. Maybe getting out of a grenade or something real quick, maybe, or getting out of the area. I can see, but just trying to use that as better cover. While will provide slightly better cover, you're decreasing the amount of output of firepower, so you're not doing yourself any favors. attack over here is pushing up some more conscripts. Looks like he's doing a more conscript rush. Actually, we should look at everyone's doctrine. So this doctrine is the Ostrupen doctrine. Duh, because that's Ostrupen. It also has a really cool, a few other cool abilities. Trench is okay. Artillery field officer's pretty good, depending on how you use it. And the redistribute resources is great for just getting your infantry not vetted up, but pretty much more specials. Like, for example, the Penal Battalion has a special upgrade to a flamethrower, which is really, really good against buildings. It'll just burn infantry out. I'm really surprised this guy doesn't throw a satchel in that building. Because that's if the enemy has this building, it's not helping you, so just destroy it. Or you can use flamethrower to burn them out. But, you know, I would personally just destroy the building. Because right now he's trying to get an MG close. And if he gets the MG in that building, it's the MG34. Not as good as the MG42, but still pretty good. Now, the flamethrower, as you can see, did a lot. They throw a grenade. Oh, he almost walked into that. That could have been very bad. Flamethrower, trying to kill that Volks. Again, in Company of Heroes 2, I think I don't know if the developer... Oh, there we go. He threw a satchel on that. Hold on. Boom. Huge amount of damage. MG down. That's what I mean. I don't know if they intentionally did this, but like troops are like toy soldiers where they could take a lot of bullets and still come back. But man, if you get a flamethrower, they melt and they die almost instantly. Looks like my brother did something. I think he may have called in something. Not paratroopers. He called an MG maybe? I don't know. Maybe a recon. No, he didn't do a recon pass. What did he do? I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, there we go. He got an MG. He called in an MG. So it looks like they're, trying to come in, trying to bring in the Ostrupen to Panzerfaust this guy. Shoots the guy about to shoot a Panzerfaust, and I think these combat engineers are going to take out the Ostrupen. Yeah, they do. They do a Panzerfaust in the scout car, but now they're going to retreat. And in the meantime, probably take a little bit of damage, maybe lose another guy or two. On the left, Tack is doing a pretty good job. He's at least holding them back. Now, of course, let's go to the other Oh, wait, I forgot. Railway artillery. This is great for firing large caliber rounds in pretty much a small area and destroying everything. So let's say the enemy has this area, and you call on, like, this railway artillery. It's going to destroy everything here. Like, it won't be anything left. But that being said, it's over a long period of time, so you definitely can just move out of the way. It's not immediate. Now we have fortifications. Great for tank traps, just blocking up areas, getting bunkers, Pack 43s, essentially making it very hard for the enemy to push up without taking some heavy casualties. And then they also have this zeroing artillery, which as long as you have sight, so maybe you equipped it, okay, they both went fortifications, equipped it with some type of special ops doctrine for the Oberkommando, where you can see everything in a certain area with the flares, called in right there in enemy lines. It'll just keep bringing down artillery as long as it sees the enemy. And we look here, the Volks, if you're wondering what they're doing, with this they can put down minefields. So they are essentially putting down an S minefield in this sector. That's the fortifications. That makes it very, very awesome and very deadly for the Oberkommando. Because again, you're like, oh, we're not versing the Wehrmacht. You can just walk in. Nope. And that minefield is especially deadly, especially against like conscripts. I have videos of that minefield just destroying conscripts. It's awesome. Oh, essentially any blob, I should say. Looks like this guy's mainly focusing on Volks. I mean, Vaughn has a good strategy. He sees that, again, this guy has a scout car, so he makes sure he has a lot of Volks. But the problem is, he also has a lot of penal troops. And while Volks are good, they're not exactly great against fighting penal troops. I think that's why he got more Sturm Pioneers. And it looks like, as well, Room is pushing up to try to take out that scout car and more troops. My brother's MG's guarding the flank. But they're going to swarm up this way, and if they get close enough, they can knock out that scout car. Nice mine. I think I killed a Sturm Pioneer. Yeah, I think it did. Mines, people, use them. And then before you say, oh, mines are so stupid, there's no way to counter, just get an engineer and just put them with a removal kit, and you can see everything. So, yeah. Panzerfaust 2. Oh, maybe he put in the building. I canceled it. Oh, okay. We got tank. We got a Luke's at the 10-minute mark. I think that's roughly the time you can start seeing like heavier vehicles. So if you're around the 10-minute mark, make sure you have AT. One of the reasons why a lot of people don't like going this like tree in the, I guess for the, for the Soviets is because they don't have any sufficient AT other than like a grenade, AT grenades from conscripts. But if you equip it with a doctrine that allows you to get more stuff, for example, more AT fire, for example, TAC has guards rifle infantry, which can equip them with essentially like anti-vehicle rifles. And it's really, really good, especially if you equip them. They can be very, very powerful and very deadly. See long corridor all the way to the end of the map. So another bunker. Let's see, we have a Verkettenwerfer in that building with an MG. They're trying to funnel them back. The Verkettenwerfer almost killed it. They have they have those rifles I was talking to you about. You can equip them to have, like, again, more firepower, but... And now equip them to button vehicles, which is really effective at just, like, stopping it for a quick second. That can be enough time to throw another AT grenade or hit another AT shot and actually kill a tank. So while people are like, oh, it only stops it for a couple seconds, that couple seconds could be the difference between killing a tank and it coming back another vet or two higher. So it looks like my brother's not doing very well. At this rate, I'm going to be very surprised. Oh, wow, yeah, so he's just sending half-track back to decap the fuel. Wow, but he has nothing. This guy has... Is he just... Okay, he's going to rank 2, but this guy has no troops. Yet my brother has a decent amount. Bringing up an AT gun. Very nice. Bazooka fire. Abandoned Lukes. Oh, wow. Any type of abandoned tank on the field is something you definitely want to grab. I don't care if... Oh, nice shot. He killed it before the Volkswagen could get in it. But any type of vehicle you can take from the enemy. Over Commando, you can decommission it. Americans, you can always, I believe, decrew it. But it's a really, really just good thing to do. That way you can just have another thing on your side that the enemy doesn't. And even if it's a loops, you can still use light tanks late game to like kill infantry just trying to go and capture a random point without a tank. And then get out of there before the IS-2 or something else pops up. A heavy tank essentially. And just get out of there. Because again, Lukes can outrun a Tiger. Lukes are, I don't know about Panther, but... Well, maybe a Panther and just like turning. Because a Luke can probably turn and go around obstacles faster. This MG34 is really becoming a vein. Because again, it's just slowly killing. It's vetted, which means it has the incendiary rounds, which is really nice. Again, MG34s are not as good as MG42s. They're just not. So if you're thinking that's going to hold back a swarm of infantry, it won't. I prefer like a bunker or maybe just a Kuba wagon. Looks like we have snipers over here. Plane crash. Again, you have to watch out over Commando. When they rank up, they also get anti-air power with these Panzer headquarters trucks. And they can shoot down anything. They have a decent chance. Especially if you get 3 of them, it just increases the chance of, well, all sorts of stuff. Looks like Pig was pretty smart. Did I ever been saying Pig this entire time when I referenced TAC? I think I have. I do apologize. Pig, anyway, has been pushing up and looks like he's doing a pretty good job. He tried to detect the mines with this minesweeper. Pretty good. And he can also remove the mines. Oh, nice S-285 hit. Problem, they got out Panzer Grenadiers with the Panzer Shreks. Oh, wow. Nice grenade from shock troops. Instant kill. And now those shock troops have a Panzer Shrek. That's a deadly combination because that's good against now tanks and infantry at close range. Infantry at any range if you throw down a smoke grenade and decrease the sight radius, get the shock troops up close and take them out. Looks like the Allies are doing pretty good. Pig, sorry about that, Pig, about misrepresenting you. Pig is pushing up, finally taking this area. And is slowly pushing the enemy back at this point. Because right now, I hate to say it, but this guy doesn't... Yeah, this guy does not have the amount of firepower he needs to take over this area. Block this area up. Block this area up. Refocus in middle. Because right now, that would allow Pig to focus here. Because if he has this point, all they have to do now is focus on this. Sure, they can keep going and take this munitions point. But that could be costly. So he might just put up to... they just might put an MG or something and funnel troops through this small area. Okay. So, when I said put up fortifications, I meant delay the enemy. Putting up a Pack 43 undefended, and by undefended I mean there's no anti-infantry barriers to block infantry from coming up and just taking it, is a very, very bad idea. Did another plane just get shot down? I just heard another plane crash, so 2 for the game so far. But yeah, essentially, my brothers, again, Americans focus on infantry. Look at all the infantry. They barely have any type of vehicles, okay? By the way, trenches, I don't use them because they're very easily killed, and 1 second. Just enough shots will kill it. This guy loves his, like... Wow, okay. Not sure what this guy's planning on doing. But yeah, I don't see trenches as that helpful. Okay, oh, I see what he's doing. He's sending his hat track around to destroy these emplacements. So it's essentially just like a hit-and-run squad. But there's also bazooka teams, so they can focus fire. Again, 2 shots per, I guess, captain. Also, we have a Lutz. We have a Katusha, I think. Yeah, there's a Katusha right back there. Alright, so they're about to destroy this emplacement. But my brother's doing pretty good. He has, pushing up. Katusha fire's helping him out right here. Killing the infantry that's in this building. You have the Panzer Grenadiers, but when they get equipped, you have to remember that they lose 2 spots that could be for those rifles they have. So, oh, a nice grenade. Oh, nothing. Again, so they're not exactly the best infantry anymore unless you throw a grenade like that, and it probably kill this. Oh, very close. Oh, it's gonna die, yeah. Unless you have the specials, they're just good against tanks now. Pack 43's up. That's gonna kill any Su-85 that comes in range of this thing. But again, Su-85s specialize in long range. Oh my god, get him out of the building. Because even if he has full health, if that building comes down... Yep, there he goes. There goes a full MG squad. Boy. And then with a Panzer Grenadier, the MG's no longer there, so this won't be suppressed. That being said, shock troops will definitely give them a run for their money. Hey, don't get me wrong, it's like, oh, what about shock troops? You just minus one of the PPSH spots or whatever I forget the gun they have. I think it's the PPSHs. But, yeah. I don't think it really matters having one less with shock troops, because shock troops already own. Now he spots Pack 43, so he may know. We look over here at TAC, not Pig. My apologies. Just destroyed. I believe that was a bunker he placed down earlier. Okay, so it looks like this, again, it looks like Vaughn is doing what I kind of said, where he's blocking these areas up and trying to keep, that way he can protect this point. He also has Panzer headquarters here blocking it. Wait. Did they allow you to put the Panzer headquarters next to the emplacement? I thought they kind of removed that feature. Maybe they put it back. I don't know. But he definitely has 2 Verketten Warfers, which kills any tanks, aka the dead Su-85 right here. But he does have a lot of snipers, a lot of penal troops. That's really good anti-infantry. So these guys are going to have to push back. Otherwise, he's going to lose a lot of forces. That being said, unintentionally, I think he just helped the Soviet player. Because while these tank traps are great at holding back tanks, they're great at giving infantry cover. As you can see the green cover right there. Wow, this bunker is just causing them all sorts of stuff. I would come over here and fire this way, because right now the vehicle is kind of obscuring your view. My brother's bringing up a Sherman, helping to recapture mid, and also take out this bunker for his ally. Again, teamwork. Pathfinders are out. Again, they can deploy these setup beacons, which can detect enemies on your mini-map. Plus, they can reinforce paratroopers by calling in support in that one area. Really, really nice. We have this guy doing the... wow, okay. He's doing another drive-by, trying to find those fuel caches or emplacements or whatnot. That being said, my brother's not stupid. He's like, well, let's go deal with it. Katusha firing at what? Pack 43. Again, when you're versing the Soviets and you have emplacements, remember that they have the Katusha. And the Katusha is probably the most well-known artillery unit to just cause enemies hell. Because while they are very spread out and you could probably get out of the area over... Because again, it's a period of time shot. It's not like the Panzer Warfare where it hits everything in one area. It's very deadly, though. That's the counterpoint. The Panzer Warfare hits everywhere at once, but it's not as deadly at range, depending on a Katusha, where they fire. If you get hit by one of those rockets, although it's over a period of time, you're probably going to die. You're probably going to lose that squad. So it looks like they try to push it up. The infantry, although, push them back. Right now, I would have put actually like a block here, so that way they couldn't use that as cover. So it would have been like a barbed wire or something. But he did not do that. He also brought up a Stuka very close to the front line. Oh my god, I am very happy I turned. That was amazing. That pushed back his infantry. I think that killed a good chunk of his infantry. And also a tank of some type. That is a Panzer IV. So it looks like they did that strike on a Panzer IV. And then wow, the plane just crashed and caused a lot of damage. That was an awesome hit. And that's what, the third plane crash, maybe 4? And that's how you take out a tank? Really? Grammar? That's pretty epic, though. The fact that it just crashed into it. Oh, wow. We have a 2-star Lukes. They can't do anything against the SU-85. It's going back up in the corner. The Union has the Pack 43 at long range. As long as he has sight, he can fire, and I think he can hit the SU-85 right now. Or the Sherman. Again, he can fire through buildings, people. But as long as they don't fire, I don't think he can see it if they're around a building. But if he can get infantry sight, he can fire through the building. Pack 43s are awesome like that, but again, they are emplacements. You can circle them. They're easier to kill with artillery fire. Another plane going overhead doing recon. God only knows if this one's going to crash again, but we'll see. Again, trying to get sight radius with those Obersoldaten also equipped it with the MG34, which was with the patch kind of replaced. Is that piece of like stuff like floating? There's like a piece here floating. That's weird. Anyway, they have the Su-85s currently shooting those infantry units. Problem is, this is an anti-tank vehicle, meaning it will not do anything at the Obersoldaten. So right now, it looks like this. It's kind of up. This is like the debate area because, again, they can't really push up with a lot of troops. Because, again, they can't move a lot of tanks up here because of this Pack 43, like, watching this point. It's also a star, making equipped it with the target weak point, which, really, really nice ability. Looks like they're going to try to flank here with a nice crew. It also has a Sturm officer. I'm really curious. I wonder if he has this just for concentrated fire, which essentially will just, like, focus fire all units on one point. And a smoke bomb, of course, but it takes a little while. But essentially with all this, they're going to Panzerfaust the tank and then get up close to fire Panzer Shreks at it. Oh, what's this? Okay, so I forgot to go over this guy. This guy's anti-infantry, so shock troops, Gary gets infantry, recon's awesome. You have fear propaganda, which will like suppress troops and possibly cause them to retreat. Incendiary artillery barrage is great for just killing infantry, and then the KV flank. What the hell just happened here? Okay, that blew up. And the KV flank tank is great for just destroying infantry. And then we have TAC, who has the guards mortar tactic. It has the awesome mortar that will absolutely destroy infantry because it's, again, better mortar, more power, and better range. And then we also have vehicle repairs. Again, really, really awesome. It just... Oh my god. Repairing tanks when they're alive, and then the T-34-85s with a better gun. If you're wondering what the hell that was, remember that goddamn railway artillery I mentioned earlier? That's it. And yeah, it's strong enough to kill a tank. And I guess they kind of concentrate now to one area or something, because I remember it being more spread out, but yeah, this thing is dead. It's dead. Guaranteed. We have Shermans moving up. Just outside the pack line. Now it's in the pack line. Now it's not on the pack line. Luke's kind of, I think, being like more of a scout vehicle. Yeah, it's doing more scout than actual like frontline tank, which is really smart. Paratroopers coming in. We have P-47s in the area. Over here, they're kind of getting up close. Wow, TAC stole the Pac-43. That's, oh my God, is that awesome? They killed it with the Volk squad, but yeah, again, these things, you can decap them, and when you decap them, you can definitely cause a lot of damage. Let's see. You can see the planes going overhead, causing some airstrikes. Again, the thing is, though, these P-47s have to, like, find it. Wow, more planes. More planes. Oh, awesome strike in the back, hitting that half-track, I guess. Let's see, plane still up. I think it knocked out that building up there. God, I wish I had a higher perspective to see it from like a top view. Katyusha fire and stuff is trying to take out this Panzer headquarters, and with that, they knock out that Panzer headquarters. He will not be able to get a Panther, Sturm Tiger, Opel Soldaten, etc. But he does not get care because he's getting out a, well, King Tiger. I'm curious, what are they hitting over here? I guess he tried to hit the Sherman or something? I don't know. They definitely killed the half-track. That's for sure. Yeah, the half-track's dead. KV tank moved up, killed the emplacement. Gonna kill all the emplacements, honestly. And this is the scary part. So, if this guy was smart, he would just fire at this infantry, because this infantry is so close to dying that one good flames... Yeah, there we go. Burn, baby, burn. All 3 infantry died. This one's, like, gonna run for its life, although I think the flame barrage might kill it. Oh, he's very lucky. His ass is on fire. Oh my God. That's funny. Oh wow. Okay, so there's the King Tiger. Wait, do the other guys have King Tigers? Okay, so they just saved up for the King Tiger. That's kind of risky. So essentially what they did was put down all their essentially headquarters. Even though they died, as long as you put it out, you still get it. And you can call out a King Tiger. With that and the Pac-43, they essentially just decap this area. Also, as you can see here, people forget about this. Destroy carcasses of tanks, people, to get fuel, so that way you can get more tanks. Especially as the OKW, which is kind of like, as you can see here, compared to the normal Wehrmacht, is kind of like fuel, kind of fuel strapped and munition strapped. More planes, recon planes going in. Let's see what each faction has. This guy has a scout car. He's not an AI, which I would immediately figure, because again, he has the scout car. Because I don't see many people pulling that in late game, but whatever. Oh my God, he's moving into the Katyusha. That's way too close for it being the area. Su-85, nice rear shot. Not sure why this guy's moving around. Shock troop blob moving in. I will call that a blob, especially for shock troops, having like more than a few. They have a searchlight in this area. Very nice. We have a couple Opel Soldaten troops. Ooh, nice hit. Really nice hit. Looks like my brother and TAC were able to pretty much take over this area. And the Shermans that my brother is providing is able to pretty much fire. Packs are great, but again, you have to remember, it has a small radius of fire, and if you just keep moving back and forth, it's pretty good. That being said, I don't think he can possibly fight both that and a King Tiger, so as you can see here, kind of lost. Looks like something was just dropped over here, so I'm going over here to see what that was. That was the incendiary. They have marked target on this tank, which makes it easier to kill tanks. But as you can see, the PTR rifle that engineer is trying to get close, try to kill it. But this thing is just going to fall back and get healed. I would fall back even more if I was them. Jesus Christ. How many planes are going to crash this game? I know people might complain like, oh, it's like, why do you hate planes in Company of Heroes 2? This is the reason. They think it just hurt a lot of the Soviet players trying, forces trying to move up. Su-85 knocking out the Luke's final. No, sorry, that's not Luke's. It's the scout car. Bazooka's back. Let's see, a couple forces here. Pathfinders. Trying to just scout out this area, see what they have. I think he's not moving up because as you can... No, that's not. I'm sorry. I thought that was... That's just a regular sign. I thought it was possibly a minefield. This thing's moving back. He still has a scout car after all this time. You can see the railway coming in. They're trying to pull their forces back. This guy's actually a large chunk of anti-infantry forces. Really nice. Trying to do a final push along with my brother's forces. So essentially what TAC is trying to... Yeah, that's TAC. I'm surprised. Pig has a lot of like Su-85s, which could be in... I guess, well, he did, I guess, for supportive. But I think he's trying to move up here to take over that Pack 43. And if they were smart, okay, yeah, they are. They throw in it, oh my god, back up. Okay. So he threw that there. He should have probably pulled those troops back. But he's moving the Pack 43 to try to hurt that not Katusha, King Tiger. That being said, the Storm Tiger could easily just move in and kill the infantry. They didn't need to call down that artillery from God and try to kill it. Because again, you're gonna kill this thing most likely. If you kill it, what's the point? I swear, if he team kills. Because he called it down. This is the Austrian guy, so he called in that strike. Very close to killing his own things. Pack 43 knocks it out. Oh, we have a airstrike coming in. Kills it. Very, very nice. And there goes one King Tiger. And there goes another plane crash at possibly some more troops. So maybe they'll focus now on this King Tiger, because again, P-47s will start hitting anything. God, another plane crash. But Katusha firing the back. It's gone back up because it's like, okay, let's refocus here. The thing is, though, it looks like the Allies have more troops overall. Even though the Axis have so far of a lead. And yeah, they kind of do have a lead. 23 points. Wow. So at this point, the Allies need to hold these points. If the Allies don't, they lose. It's as simple as that. Nice railway, killing my brother's paratroopers. I know that's kind of like, oh, why would you be rooting for the enemy team? But hey, it's still a nice hit. And I occasionally don't like my brother. The flamethrower is moving up, using it again. It has a 45mm gun. It won't do much against tanks, but hey, this thing has barely any armor. It'll definitely take some shots off it, and maybe go around, hurt these headquarters, stuff like that. Panzer IV moving up, trying to kill these shock troops. And the shock troops don't have any AT, so while it takes some time, it essentially is a one-way fight. KV flamethrower going back, using its flame to kill some of the troops in the back. We have more fortifications over on this area with Pack 43 still here. We have this nice little flak emplacement, but it can shoot down aircraft as well, so pretty good. Wow, is this flamethrower really going to kill this headquarters? Does he have this thing unlocked? Yeah, he does. He can do an established retreat point. So that will make his force retreat all the way back to his base. That being said, they're calling all their forces, but right now, the Axis need to get more forces, because even though the Allies have very few forces and it looks like they're about to win... Oh, never mind, they captured this one with sniper teams. Oh wow, that one railway shot would instantly kill. But having vet snipers is something very hard to do, so I will say nice job for this guy. Moving in Panzer IVs, trying to get this area back. Lots of troops moving in though. And we do have a couple Jacksons. Oh my god, nice railway. I feel really bad for those troops, because that guy just lost... TAC just lost a good chunk of his forces right there. But with that, I think he may have did that on purpose, because I think he just brought in his P-3045s with that extra manpower. Okay, so if you're wondering what's going on right now, we have the awesome... Where is it? Oh, there we go. Zeroing artillery, which will just keep firing down at Allied forces until, well, they can't be seen anymore. And as you can see, the Jacksons were there. That's why there was so much artillery coming down. Along with the King Tiger, we were able to neutralize that. More Katusha fire hitting this general area. Looks like he's building something. Almost Sodatin. Very expensive. Instead of a Noble Soldaten, I know they're really, really good. Maybe get out a couple Volk squads, because they're easier to bring back than just one troop. Anyway, as you can see here, they're calling down some more stuff. More railway. This guy's just using all of his fuel on railway. Does he have third tier? No, he doesn't. So he's essentially just taking the Panzer IVs. Nice shot here, but kind of missed the point. Another King Tiger at this point. I would just push up and take this. Searchlight still up. Allies trying to push their forces back. I think a Pack 43. Yep. Wow, another plane crash. Okay. Panzer headquarters keeping the infantry back. That Tiger's marked. So as you can see, that's why it's falling back. Probably going next to the repair station, which I think is back there. Or not. I would go near that repair station. No, it's a medical HQ. Where the hell is their repair station? Or did that get killed? I thought it was there and they got killed. Was it there? Does this guy even have a repair station? No, he should get one though. Direct strike with Katusha. Again, if you upgrade the Katusha enough, it can do that direct strike of awesomeness. And pretty much kill a Pack 43. So before you say the Pack 43 is invincible, just do that. We have more Su-85s doing long-range fire. Again, on this map, Su-85s have a key advantage because they can fire down these long corridors really, really well. The issue is they can be flanked because, again, you can just, let's say you have an Su-85 here, that you can just come around and flank them, and they can't really go anywhere. A lot of random stuff scattered about. With this gone, he will be unable to bring up his heavier troops. But that could be his advantage because right now he has 600 manpower. He really needs to bring up more infantry. Yeah, both these guys have a lot of manpower, but need to bring up more infantry to heal their tanks. This guy's King Tiger, but he doesn't have any place to heal the King Tiger, which is one of the key advantages of the Oberkommando, having one of those repair stations. Looks like, again, you have that fear propaganda coming in. My brother's trying to help out, but he has to retreat this. 3-star Pathfinders, though. That's pretty good. And with that fear propaganda, he's going to have to fall back. They have 12 points, by the way, so yeah. An awesome P-47 strike. Looks like not doing all that much damage. So, again, P-47s are nice, but again, those airstrikes against heavier tanks, I keep claiming the air support doctrine is like a really, really good doctrine. It is when it's actually like against like medium or lighter vehicles. When again, versing like an IS-2, unless it hits the full hit, like the full airstrike, it won't do all that much. So. More airstrikes. Not doing all that much. Although the MG's on there can actually, I've seen MGs like, I think I have a picture of a Tiger's MG killing that. Awesome shot of Katusha fire. Hitting the back here. Most likely all those are the emplacements that the guy had before. More strikes over here. It's not doing anything, though. Oh, nice plane crash, though. I mean, okay, let me say this. It is doing something. It's just not killing it. It's just causing an annoyance for the King Tiger. Enough fire, yeah, sure, it could eventually kill it, but it's just making the King Tiger mad. That's all it's doing. Panzer IV is moving up. The issue is they have just Jacksons firing long range with the sight of the riflemen. Just firing long range to take out these Panzer IVs. Although they are starred, they don't get the armored skirts. So they don't have the added, I guess, damage resistance, meaning, yeah, this Jackson's just going to keep having a field day. Now, if we keep going, railway's causing a lot of damage here. Ooh, nice shot killing the Panzer IV. Jackson's again. Very hard hitting weapons from the Americans. Issue is they don't have a lot of armor protection themselves, so 2 shots from King Tiger, he could probably die. Another recon. Great. The thing is, though, they don't have as many Panzer headquarters. So this guy has... Okay, this guy has everything. Alright, he has this thing in the back, which I would definitely send his Tiger to. Another plane crash in the back. What is that, a dozen planes so far that have crashed in this map? Again, I'm only keeping attention because some of those have been really close hits, and I think even one killed the Panzer IV, so yeah. Anyway, what the Allies need to do right now is just hold these key points. even though someone might say you want to try to capture this point, that's an optional objective because right now the Axis are very like dug in, especially with King Tiger and everything. And if they sacrifice a lot of forces possibly attacking this point and taking this point, what if the Axis counter and take over 2 points? If they just take it over or decap it and just have one, they could win the game. So at this point, the Allies have to be very cautious about how exactly they win the game. Because again, they're very, very close to losing. Even though the Axis, as you can see, don't have as many overall forces as the Allies, which are near pop cap. Oh, very nice. Sacrificing his T-34-85 to cripple this King Tiger. Tiger, they're still fine, though. But the Su-85 and the Jackson can now use the sight off this tank and keep hitting the Tiger, which is, well, crippled. It's also marked, as you can see. I think Railway's about to come down here, but more T-34-85s moving up. Gonna try to take out this King Tiger. Using long-range fire. Oh my god. That was epic. This is now trapped again, putting it right behind the King Tiger, right at its weak point. Gonna keep firing. We do have this Panzer headquarters over here that's gonna keep hitting this area. But there goes this King Tiger, and there goes essentially this guy. Oh wow, really? Remember how I said, like, there goes this guy's, like, main front? Well, no, he has enough fuel that he can just buy another King Tiger. But does he want to do that? That's the question. Would it be better if he bought 2 Panthers instead? Yes. Honestly, in this type of scenario, with both of the T-30-45s, I think 2 Panthers would probably be better than 1 King Tiger. Honestly. Because that way you have 2 guns hitting 1 spot. And that way you don't have... You have 2 vehicles instead of 1 being hit by the P-47 strikes. But I don't think that's a... Wow, another plane crash! Almost hitting the KV. We have paratroopers coming in over here. Most likely he wants to recrew that anti-tank. Jackson's over here. I'm surprised he isn't healing it. You have my brother's retreat point. Very nicely put right behind the building. And he actually has 1 on one side, 1 on the other. That way in case airstrike comes in, it only hits 1. So pretty smart. What is going on? Alright, so King Tiger trying to kill this KV. But the problem is this Su-85, along with the other one, is just firing long range. The 2-star Su-85 has what? Rate of fire and accuracy. So this thing needs to back up. Oh, nope. Too late. More air superiority. Plane crashes. Right near the enemy base, almost taking out one of their trucks. Anyway, the shock troops trying to decap this point, try to stop the enemy from getting it. Looks like the enemy took over this point, and with the Allies able to essentially take over this, they take over this point, this game could be over pretty quick. We look over here, the Axis have been going these bigger, heavier vehicles. And the Allies have been specializing in fewer, more precise vehicles. So, take your pick. Do I think that this guy should keep getting Panzer IVs? No, I truly don't. I think he's wasting a lot on the railway, which isn't... It does sometimes do really well, like it'll kill the infantry blob. But at this point... Like right now he's just calling railway. Let's see if it does anything, or if he's going to back up. Oh, he has to turn around. And he's just going to move out of the area. That's what I mean right there. Like, he wasted 50 fuel to get 200 munitions to call this. And is it helping him? No. Those strikes I talk about with the close air support are so widely differentiated that you can call in, like, I could call in one of those, like, anti-tank strafes right here, and it'll just come in, hit, or actually the building would block it. I'll say right here. Recon, quickly call on it before they can react and just hit them. And it will definitely kill an Su-85 in 1 strafe. Maybe 2. But then again, you call in railway, and while very effective if you can, like, pin troops, not so much. I love this Pac 43 just turning all the way around, using the sight from this elbow. Oh wow, very close to dying. I love the hole he also belted in. Very nice shot. Plane crash. Almost hitting the Stuka. Very interesting. This guy going more infantry, though. Trying to keep his stuff alive. Nice shot. Again, tanks can take this thing out. So, before you think Pac 43 is, again, invulnerable, you need to support it like anything else. Guys in a building. Very good. Problem is, building's about to die. Very bad. Oh, looks like Vaughn gave up. And that's bad, because that's the guy with the most fuel. So he could have probably saved up, brought a King Tiger, while these two other guys, they don't have enough. This guy's 1,000 manpower, etc. They don't have enough to call in another King Tiger. So their last chance to essentially win the game failed. And now the Allies have a Pac 43. That's game over. Because now they have all the infantry support and everything. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. We have an artillery. We have the propaganda coming in. Pushing all this stuff back. We have a Stuka barrage trying to hit this infantry, but is the infantry or are they hitting the tanks? Very close to killing that tank. Katyusha fire coming in to counter. Actually hitting allies, wow. The Katyusha fire is killing allies. And the allies are just sweeping through, taking everything. And they can't really do all that much. Alright, so what went wrong in this game? Because right now the Allies are about to win. I think the fact that the Axis kept pushing too much, and they couldn't capitalize on killing the artillery. Or like, they put down a bunch of fortifications, but they could never break the Allies. Oh, nice Katyusha strike. I think that was a direct strike. I think that was. Yeah, this guy has so many Katyushas. Along with this guy, who I think just did direct strike on it. Kill a vehicle? Yeah, 2 vehicles. I think that was it. Team of noobs and flowers. What the hell does noobs of... What is a flower? Yeah, my brother's right. They over-relied on the King Tigers and had no other armor support. And once the King Tigers fell, they were able to just sweep in. And because they relied so much on the King Tigers and also heavy infantry, I love that. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you. This guy quit. And I'm gonna guess the other guy surrenders or they run out of points. They had 12 points, so it wasn't a game which was like it was a landslide. The Allies came back barely at the end. But again, I think it was, yeah, they relied on too much heavy infantry, heavy stuff. They didn't have enough light infantry, meaning when the Allies rolled in, once they killed 2 or 3 units or made them retreat with the fear propaganda, they were able, or the incendiary, anything, they were able to just move up the lighter stuff because they just had more of it. And it wasn't necessarily that light. Riflemen are really good, but as you can see, my brother just had a lot of infantry and paratroopers too. And yes, paratroopers cost a lot, but my brother was that's what the Americans specialize in, just a lot of infantry focus. Also, there's Jackson's long range, long corridor. Another thing is, again, this map is so long that the Su-85 in these essentially packs, the Pac 43 excels as well because it can just shoot right through all these buildings. But that being said, the Su-85 in Jackson also excel because they can just fire over like an obstacle, stuff like that, and just hit tanks. Or the King Tiger has to have sight radius, and again, it's a little bit harder to maneuver and stuff like that. Where the Su-85 in Jackson can just use extended range or sight off some other things. Let's say these Pathfinders, who are, if they can hold fire, can see really far, can just fire long range, knock out any tank that tries to come up here before the tank even has a chance to fire at what's actually hitting them. And instead, we'll probably see the recon. So, yeah, over here, they did a good job at blocking. I think they could have done better because I think these tank traps actually provided cover for the Allies to move in. And they didn't necessarily, like, put an MG or anything. So they kept playing packs, but they didn't never had anything to stop infantry from rushing up. And as we saw, TAC and Pig focused, especially in the beginning, on infantry. And then once the King Tigers were did, they started bringing out T-30-45, stuff like that, once they eventually were able to. And because they just had so many units on the field, I love how this guy still has a scout car. It's like, is that thing helping you really? No, but he just had it from the very beginning. That's what I love. That they were able to just keep bringing in their stuff. And once they were able to whittle away at the heavy armor, the Axis just didn't have anything else. They spent so much on their bigger stuff that they just didn't have anything to really provide. And I just love how the Allies kept getting the Pak 43s and switching it around. But yeah, let's look at score, because that will determine. My brother got 45,000. That's pretty good. 176 kills, 193 losses. Not too bad. Wow, the Soviet player had a positive KD. Then you know something's going on. Something's wrong. Let's see. The Wehrmacht and OKW players, let's see, 39,000, 24, 24. Not too bad. Looks like Vaughn was the guy at least had more damage hitting those tanks. But, let's see, this Pak guy had more kills. Overall, about almost even with unit losses, only off by about 15, 20. That's not too bad. And personally, let's see, 230-45s, Pig, we'll go everyone. 10,000 damage Su-85, 14 kills, 1 death. And again, Su-85s can't really kill a lot of infantry, so the fact that it killed a lot of vehicles, probably pretty good. Also, that KV going from behind, that was pretty cool. Again, like, the KV literally just strolled up and just took out their stuff. They didn't, even though they went fortifications, they allowed so many, they had so few troops that Allies were able to just sneak behind their lines and kill that, like, the headquarters. It was ridiculous. And finally, let's look at my brother. The best unit was the Jackson, 7 kills, and I believe that was the only Jackson he had, so let's see. 3 vehicles, not too shabby. 1 death, okay, and, 4 vehicles, so the other one killed something. Paratroopers, 4, yeah, pretty good. Overall, that's game. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to send me those videos, and I'll see you next time.